Hi guys, today we're going to be learning about the triangular theory of love put forth by Robert J. Sternberg. When you go to Wikipedia, it says triangular theory of love, not to be confused with love triangle, but that's not, I didn't use my sources, I just read the guy, Robert J. Sternberg's original paper that he wrote in 1986, the year I was born, at Yale. And so basically what the triangular theory of love is that it's kind of obvious probably, is that love has three components, and with those three components you can make a triangle. So those three components are intimacy, passion, and commitment. Intimacy means closeness. So when you're emotionally entangled with someone and you're close and you care about them, but care isn't really in it, but the intimacy, the closeness, passion, and that's the drive that leads to the thing in the first place, the love, sexual consummation related phenomena, and then commitment, which is like that you say that you love each other and that you commit to maintain that love. And that can mean like a number of things. I don't think that necessarily just means like even like going out with them or marrying them. I don't know, it's kind of weird if you think about it, but but there's lots of different kinds of love that don't like necessarily fit into like the perfect thing, and there's a list of 8 of them, and they're non-love, liking, love, liking, infatuated love, empty love, romantic love, companion love, fatuous love, and consummate love. So non-love is like the absence of all 3 of those things. Like you don't love each other. Liking, it's like not to be trivialized. Like you like really like the person like a lot. Like you like, when you like something it's important, it's like a reflection of you and everything. Infatuated love, you're infatuated. Empty love, there's nothing there, like arranged marriage and stuff like that. Romantic love, which is like the one that I think like people are most familiar with. Companionate love, like that can be like friends too, like you guys are companions in some way. Fatuous love is love that doesn't have the consummating part, like it's like absent of the intimacy, which that's a really interesting thing, and I think that like honestly like relates to like religion and stuff too, and like people's relationship with something. Not like religion in the traditional, well, yeah, sure, in the very traditional sense. So the thing that I think is really interesting about all this is that Robert J. Sternberg has this list of things. So it's really complicated. Nothing is really like ever just like one thing, right? So it's like it's multifaceted always. So when we talk about love, people like the way they conceptualize what love is affected by like a whole lot of things, and he refers to those things as stories, kind of like narratives. And so we're going to go over some of those things that I thought were like interesting. Perhaps we'll mention all of them. Maybe I'll just, let's see. So the list goes as this: addiction, and this can make like a strong anxious attachment, clinging behavior, anxiety at thought of losing a partner. I don't think that like those behaviors necessarily come from that, but that story results in that. The dog's cool. What can you do? So we're working on a mixing board in Orange County. Well, they are, and because we're trying to make a rock and roll album. But back to the lecture. Oh, and there's a dog barking because it's just here because it's Tony's dog, but that's okay. So, addiction, as we said, that can affect things. Art, love a partner for physical attractiveness, importance to person's partner, always looking good. So that's interesting, that's called art, but it makes sense. Business, relationships as business propositions, money as power, partners in close relationships as business partners. I think that also is like the way you interact is like a power grab and power game relates to that. Fantasy, it's like being saved by night and shaving armor. My favorite one is number 7, game. Love is a game or sport. So I really think the whole, thinking it like that, because it's all kind of like big game hunting, you know? Like you're trying to find like the one that you really want or whatever, but you're just like, but it's like for this like bravado, like old school Africa expedition style, like pre-Land Rover, but with love. Gardening, relationships need to be like nurtured and tended to. Sure. A government, an autocratic relationship happens all the time. Horror, relationships become interesting when you terrorize or are terrorized by your partner. Humor, love is strange and funny. Mystery, love is a mystery, and you shouldn't let too much of yourself be known. Police, you've got to close tabs on your partner because, you know, you got to keep them under surveillance to make sure they behave because it's going to make all the difference if you keep them under surveillance. Recovery, that's like a survivor mentality. That's not always good. Religion, either views love as a religion or love as a set of feelings and activities dictated by religion. I think those two statements are contradictory of one another in a way, but they're both like religion. Views love as a religion is pretty crucial, and if you think about it, like God is love, and if you believe in love and follow love, you're following God. It's like God is love, you know, namaste. So, and then there's like, back to the list, love is a journey, travel, war, love is a series of battles in a devastating but continuing war. Student-teacher, love is a relationship between a student and a teacher. Science fiction, feeling that a partner is like an alien, incomprehensible and very strange. Sacrifice, to love is to give oneself, or for someone to give him or herself to you. So, pretty good list. There's some other things on it that weren't as interesting. But that's the triangular theory of love, and it seems like pretty, like, it works. Thanks.